Good day and dangal greetings, Engineer Datiles. We are Group 8 from 3CPEB. My name is Yesha Servo, together with Mr. Anastasio, Ms. Bariring, Mr. Calamba, Ms. Costales, and Ms. Labitigan. So our project is about wireless smart home lighting control with ESP32 and web-based interface. For the overview, this project focuses on developing a wireless smart home lighting control system using the ESP32 microcontroller. So we integrated a web-based interface that allows users to control their home lights remotely through Wi-Fi. To make the system responsive and efficient, we use Firebase for real-time monitoring and data synchronization. This means that any changes made through the web interface instantly update the lights, giving users immediate feedback and control.
Our system has two main parts. First is the device layer and the second one is the network layer. For the device layer, o tinatawag din po na perception layer, dito po lahat ng physical components na ginamit namin na nakapaloob. For example po, yung microcontroller, we use ESP32 para sa manual operation, push button, and the relay po para matransmit yung 220 volts sa on and off mechanism ng lights. Sa network layer po, dito naman po lahat ng mechanism or logic na nangyayari, communication po kumbaga. Sa ESP32, kailan po naka-open yung Wi-Fi module nito para ma-detect po. And the relay po, kailangan din po na magkaka-connect silang lahat upang nang sa ganun po magkaroon ng connection between database or the system itself po sa ating mismong website at ma-detect po nito yung real-time stamp ng bawat login po or monitor itself.
So for the cloud layer, we are using Firebase real-time database. Its main function is to log or record all the light toggle actions. Basically, whenever someone turns the light on or off, whether it's through the physical switch or the web interface, that action is automatically saved in Firebase. Now, what exactly does it store? It logs the device type, where the action came from, the timestamp kung kailan siya naganap, and the action source, whether it was triggered physically or via the web. This layer is very important kasi dito natin nakikita yung buong history ng interaction in real time. In short, this is our system record keeping layer and it ensures transparency and traceability for every action made. So next is the application layer. In application layer, this is the part where the user interface is involved. The interface is built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. One advantage of this setup is that the interface is hosted directly on ESP32. That means there is no need for an external server to make it work. Through this web interface, the user can control the lights using a phone or a desktop browser. When the user presses the button to toggle the light, the interface sends an HTTP request to the ESP32. After receiving the request, the ESP32 performs the command, either turning the lights on or off. Then, it also updates the Firebase database with the latest log entry, including the action and the timestamp. This layer is important because it is where the user directly interacts with the system. It serves as the connection between the user and the hardware. The interface is designed to be simple, responsive, and easy to use. So, this is our web interface demo for the wireless smart home lighting control system. As you can see, it is a simple, user-friendly web page that allows the user to toggle the room light. It hosted directly by the ESP32, so kahit walang internet, as long as you are connected to the same local area network or local network, you can access this using your browser, whether sa phone or sa laptop. The green button labeled room light because it is used to turn the light on or off. Once you click it, it sends a request the ESP32 and then the ESP32 executes the command. Below the button, you will also see the current light status. So dito po makikita natin agad kung naka-on or naka-off yung ilaw. This interface provides remote access and control over the lighting system, which makes it very convenient for smart home use.
Application layer protocols. How the web interface communicates with ESP32. We use HTTP for communication between the web-based interface and the ESP32. When the user clicks a button on the web page to turn the light on or off, it sends an HTTP GET request or toggle to the ESP32. This ESP32 receives the request and toggles the state of the light accordingly. This is a simple and reliable method for sending commands over the local Wi-Fi network. Next is Network Time Protocol or NTP. We use NTP to get the real-time clock from the internet. This allows us to log accurate timestamps whenever the light is turned on or off. Helps in keeping track of usage patterns and ensuring logs are consistent regardless of system reboots. Lastly is real-time logging with Firebase integration. ESP32 uses the Firebase ESP client library to communicate with Firebase using HTTP. After every toggle action, the ESP32 sends a data packet to Firebase that includes timestamp, source from NTP per accurate logging, device type identifies if the command came from Android, PC, or other platforms, action source indicates if the toggle was triggered by a physical button or the web interface, light status logs whether the light is now on or off. This enables real-time monitoring and cloud-based logging, making the system smarter and more informative for users.
Layer 3 design or network layer. Let's discuss how devices communicate on the network. So first is ESP32 acts as a client. When the ESP32 is powered on, it will connect to the Wi-Fi router and it will automatically get a local IP address via DHCP or Dynamic Host Configuration Control. This is alike to getting your own apartment number or assigned student number when enrolling to the home network. And then once online, it will open a secure channel to Firebase over the internet using the assigned IP to log sensor data or sync device states. Next is user devices like phones and laptops. They will interact with the ESP32 by sending HTTP requests directly to its local IP. The critical limitation of this setup though is that they can only access ESP32's web interface if they are on the same local network. For remote access, you'd need port forwarding or a cloud-based interface. So now, let's go to routing and cloud communication. So how does data reach the cloud? ESP32 will communicate Firebase using layer 3 IP routing to send encrypted HTTPS requests to the Firebase's servers, specifically our endpoint, which is Asia Southeast 1 Firebase database app. So the traffic will flow through the Wi-Fi router, which acts as a gateway between the local network and the internet. The key dependencies of this one is that you need internet access. This is non-negotiable, this is required. The ESP must have Wi-Fi and internet to talk to the Firebase. Local network is also required to access the ESP32's web face directly. This can work without internet, the local network. And lastly, we will discuss network security, which is a top priority given that everything is now connected to the network and the internet. So there are 3 layers of defense: Wi-Fi password, and Firebase anonymous authentication, and no public IP exposure. So the Wi-Fi password will be the first gatekeeper. Only authorized users can join your network. And Firebase anonymous authentication will prevent random strangers from writing to the database. Only the ESP32 with the correct credentials can send data. No public exposure is the ESP32 will only be visible inside the local network. Hackers cannot directly target it or open doors to the database. Important to note that this design intentionally avoids port forwarding, which could expose ESP32 to attacks. This design is more on safety first approach.
Conclusion, the wireless smart home lighting control system using ESP32 and web interface successfully demonstrate efficient, real-time lighting automation. Even though we face some problems like loose wiring, is naging okay naman po yung aming system or project. So with its cloud-based logging, responsive dashboard, or user dashboard, and scalable architecture, the system offers a cost-effective and user-friendly solution for smart home control. So, for future improvements in security and features, pwede pong i-add yung scheduling kung kailan siya mamamatay or mabubuhay ulit, and para sa practicality and reliability ng system. Thank you po for watching. Thank you.